Hey everyone, thank you for coming to tonight's reading. I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend so far. There is a strong collective energy of frustration coming up, and it's coming up pretty strongly. I think most of us can feel this, just sudden feelings of anger toward our twin flame, sudden feelings of just pain coming back from the past, repressed memories resurfacing, and the forgiveness that we thought we had extended kind of being tested in this moment. And I do know that astrologically, it is a time for emotions like that to arise, and it can be pretty challenging when you face these emotions. I started feeling this shift probably a couple days ago, and today is when I think the collective is really just picking up on it. For those who are not as sensitive energetically, today would be the day that you just can't ignore it if you weren't able to feel it prior to today. So this is kind of the energy that I wanted to look deeper into so we could get some guidance on how to handle these emotions as they're coming up, because they really are impacting our peace of mind. They are impacting our vibration and our alignment with union energy. If you are a twin that is already in union with your counterpart, it could be bringing up tension in the relationship that, past hurts are coming back up, and you're just kind of feeling like being cold towards your counterpart, or just expressing that frustration in a way that you thought you had moved past. So without further ado, I'm going to use my tarot deck here, and as I shuffle the cards, you can set your own intentions for this reading, either in your mind, out loud, or in the comments, whatever feels good to you. So the first card we got here is the Four of Swords. Now, this is really highlighting the need to reconnect with self. In traditional tarot, this is the rest and rejuvenation card, but in this particular deck, which is the Witch's Tarot, this card I heavily associate with kind of that hermit energy, to where you you shut out the noise around you and you go back in within yourself. You reconnect with your own energy, you meditate, you rejuvenate, and you try to pick out and uproot those things that are hindering you or just lowering your vibration in general. Next card that came out was the Emperor. Now, this is it's a moving energy, for lack of a better word. The divine masculines who are resonating with the energy that we spoke about in the beginning of this video, at this moment, I feel like are just really feeling overburdened and taxed in their current connections or relationships with people. They are feeling like everybody wants something from them. And for those in separation, they know that they only want their counterpart. They want to be the emperor for their counterpart. So they too are being guided toward this, this focus within, in order to recollect their energy, reconnect to their higher self. Energy at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands, the victory card here. So the outcome for today's energies are really happening for the collective rather than to the collective. That's always how I like to frame it, because it is true. This overburdenedness that is coming up right now emotionally is really propelling some forward movement toward, realizations of, who do I need to cut out of my life? What do I need to cut out of my life in order to become who I want to become and get what I'm trying to get? So let's see, what else can we channel here? Spirit, what other messages? Queen of Cups. Okay. So I just heard Spirit say journey toward becoming the Queen of Cups. So journey toward becoming the Queen of Cups, as the masculine is on the journey toward becoming the Emperor. This is extremely synchronistic and mirrored energy here. So the frustration, as I'm tapping into this energy, this is what I'm getting, is that the frustration that the divine feminines are feeling is a result of the burdenedness that their masculine is feeling, and they're mirroring that energy, but the feminines are not realizing where that's coming from. And so to them, it's like it's showing up as anger or frustration toward their counterpart. But what they're actually picking up on is telepathically channeling the energy of their counterpart. The Tower. This is definitely like a carryover as well from the energy that we spoke on yesterday. The masculines are either really in the near future, or actually right now as we speak, headed into a Tower moment that is going to propel them into releasing those burdens, exactly as I said when the Emperor card came out, that this frustration is allowing them to realize who they need to cut out of their life, what they need to cut out. That stagnant energy that they were not knowing how to move out of, is they're being helped by the universe to move out of that energy for the purpose of growth and expansion. This is the World card. So the frustrations that you're feeling today, the emotional burdens that you're feeling today, is really to propel you into growth and expansion. And I just heard Spirit say alignment with union energy. So it's meant to align you with your reunion energy, with your counterpart. This is just something that the universe had to kind of throw at you in order to make any movement happen. The Eight of Cups fell upright, so they are walking away from those burdens, just as we said. For some reason in my third eye, I'm being shown the Ten of Wands card with, the masculine carrying everybody on his back right now that is currently in his life, except for his divine feminine. And I'm just seeing this scenario playing out in a divine masculine's mind that, I'm carrying everybody except who I want to be carrying on my back. And that's my divine feminine. Like, she's the one who I'm missing. She's the one that I wish I could carry on my back. And yet everybody else here is just hopping on me. And I'm having to bear their weight without wanting to. And he didn't know how to break free. So that's where the Tower moment came in. We have the Wheel of the Year. The time is shifting, you guys. So this is a time of releasing. I just heard Spirit say release your burdens. So that's very, very synchronistic with everything we just spoke on. Oh my gosh, you guys, the Ten of Wands card. I just said this. I literally just spoke on this card. Yes, so very synchronistic. He's carrying everyone on his back except who he wants to be carrying, which is his divine feminine. But this is all allowing him to move forward into the future that he wants to create. I just heard manifest. So this Tower moment is actually helping the masculine manifest into the 3D physical, what up until now had only been in his 5D reality. So there is definite forward movement going on here, and it had to happen through this emotion of frustration and feeling overburdened. The universe had to push the masculine out of his comfort zone so that he would take the action that he needs to take. This is so beautiful, you guys. Look at that, the Three of Wands. He's like literally right on the shore of taking that leap. He is literally right on the shore of taking that leap. And look at all those blossoms on his wand. Like I just heard Spirit say, your manifestations are blossoming. So it's coming to fruition. And I'm feeling, as I'm tapping deeper into this energy, that this is a carryover from yesterday's reading, from yesterday's energy check-in. So for those who resonated with yesterday's reading, you'll definitely resonate with today's as well. Especially for your masculine counterpart, because this is the same energy that is moving forward, as we said yesterday. So this card here indicates that now in the very near future, like yesterday we said, by the month of May, you will see some small forward motion. You will have some sort of new beginning in love, as this Ace of Cups indicates, where your cup of love will start to flow over. That's what I just heard Spirit say. Your cup of love will start to flow over. So you're going to get the first initial drops of this cup through some form of communication from the masculine. And I just saw 1111 on my recording timer as I said that. So it could be like a friend request or follow request on social media. It could be a message through a messaging app, something other than a text message. This Page of Cups, or pages in general, are messengers. So this is a very positive indication that emotional communication is coming, because it's the Page of Cups. So the water always symbolizes emotion to me, as well as deep feelings of love and longing. So the masculine's heart right now is literally overflowing with love for his divine feminine. And so he's getting to the point where he's going to test the waters by making some small gesture, just like that, either a Facebook friend request, an Instagram follow, something like that, just to see what the reaction is going to be like, so that he knows it's safe to open his heart to his feminine. Just trying to see what kind of energy he's going to be met with on her end. I'm really loving how this reading is turning out, because the heaviness of the energy that I was feeling was definitely not pleasant, but it's so reassuring to see all of these positive cards coming out for the collective here, as a forecast of what is to come. The Magician. What did Spirit say earlier? Manifesting, right? Yes, all of these things are coming to fruition. And if you look at the top here of the card, you'll see all the blossoms that are literally in full blossom around this Magician. So this literally tells me that 3D movement is not far away. Like, you are going to see something by next month in the 3D. There's something that's going to show up by next month in the 3D. Look at that, you guys. 2 wish fulfillment cards. The Victory card and the 7 of Swords. Wish fulfillment. I just heard a divine masculine step in to say, I will not betray myself any longer. And I heard a feminine step in to say, speak your truth. So this is exactly what is going to happen. This 7 of Swords has 2 energies associated with it. Number 1 is betrayal, and number 2 is wish fulfillment. In this case, the betrayal is the past energy, and this masculine who just stepped in to say that I'm not going to betray myself any longer, it's giving rise to that wish fulfillment energy, and he has victory on his side. His feminine is ready to receive him. He's going to get the acceptance, the welcome that he is hoping for. He is moving, I just heard Spirit say, moving out of fear. So this masculine is slowly, as he's releasing those burdens, as the 10 of Wands card indicated, these burdens, as these are being released, this masculine is actively manifesting his future. He is manifesting his new beginning in love. This is such amazing energy, you guys. I'm just so thrilled to see this come through. Death, major end of a cycle, major end of a cycle here. This card flew out of the deck. So this to me indicates that energetically that cycle is already over. The 3D physical is simply catching up. So whatever the 10 of Wands cards indicate for your individual connection, because remember, this is a collective reading, so it's going to resonate for different people in different ways. But whatever those burdens are that your counterpart has been carrying, energetically that cycle is already over, because the masculine has already made up his mind to release those burdens. So now the 3D physical just has to catch up. Like, it's just a matter of time, literally. Like, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune card in my third eye as I'm speaking, that these burdens will actually completely be dropped off his back in the 3D physical. It's kind of like I'm hearing the universe say, if you don't drop those burdens, we'll drop them for you. Like, it's that when the time is up, you can't hang on any longer. So the universe is telling him lessons are learned. Let go now. Oh my goodness, you guys. Rebalancing and leap of faith. The Temperance card here. The masculine, through this Tower moment, is regaining his balance within. And that's so ironic, right? Because usually Tower moments are what throw us out of balance. But you know that adage that sometimes you have to make a mess to clean a mess? So that's what this Tower moment is doing. It's throwing him so far out of balance that he is actually regaining balance within himself. To give him that courage to take this leap of faith, as the Fool card here indicates, and I'm really being drawn to this little doggy over here, that this is going to be a very loyal and faithful offer that's coming in for you, Divine Feminine. That this masculine is not playing around anymore. Like, he's not playing games. It's you he wants, and he knows it. And in every possible way, this has been highlighted to him. This has been like, I just heard a Divine Masculine step in to say nailed into his head. So, or nailed into my head is what he said. So it's been nailed into his head that you are the one for him. And he's just, I heard him say being ridiculous. So he's being ridiculous for not dropping those burdens at this point in time. So this is him actually regaining internal balance. This is beautiful energy, you guys. Wow, we have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful energy. This card really speaks to everything that both counterparts have been through on this journey and this connection. And looking back, they're seeing how far they've come, and in awe of the fact that they're still standing and the fact that they're still going strong. Looking back, they're thinking, how on earth did I even get through those times? But over here, the Queen of Wands, beautiful Divine Feminine, you're coming in as someone who is flourishing, who is so passionate, and literally like shining her light to the universe, shining her light to the world. I'm being like really drawn to these little glows back here behind this Queen of Wands, and to the blossoms on her wand right here, which to me indicate that this Divine Feminine who might be resonating with this reading is really now singing her soul song and living out her soul purpose, which is why reunion is so close on the horizon for her. Like, she's done that internal work, she's ascended, she has manifested the life individually that she wants for herself, realizing now that she didn't need her counterpart to do it, that she is whole and complete within herself. Then we have the Seven of Cups card here for manifestation again. So first we had the Magician card, And then we have this card, both speaking to manifestation. So this has been brought to attention twice by Spirit in this reading. And I also heard fantasizing. So both counterparts are actually mirroring, fantasizing about each other. And that is actually propelling them towards fulfilling their wish for reunion in the 3D physical. Like, I'm really being drawn to how these cups are actually filled here. These cups are not empty, you guys. Like, the universe has finally has said that finally you have been specific enough with your desires and what you're wanting to manifest. So now I can actively fill your cup. Like, you finally were specific enough to tell me how you want what you want. So now I'm just filling the cup, says the universe. This is beautiful energy. Oh gosh, and the energy at the bottom of the deck, the High Priest, again, so synchronistic with yesterday's reading. This is equivalent to the Hierophant card, which is like marriage proposal, deep, higher level commitment, like just like we saw with the Fool card and the Doggy, that this is really, really serious. And, you know, this Divine Masculine is not playing around. He is ready to settle down with you, Divine Feminine. And here we have Justice. I just heard Spirit say karmic debts cleared. So the justice has been served. Like, whatever karmic debts that were keeping these counterparts out of union has been cleared. The work is energetically over. The 3D physical is now just catching up, which is what all these tower moments, as we spoke on, are for. I really, really like the energy with tonight's reading, you guys. And then we have my favorite card, the Star card. This is such a auspicious omen for the new beginnings, for a positive future. Like, in my eye, I'm just being shown like this palace that these two counterparts are creating for themselves, which is representative of their life. And this palace is just shining up. Like, it looks out of this world. It looks almost heavenly. And there's balance, there's harmony, there's love, there's unity, there's optimum health, there is material luxury. I'm seeing all of these things for these counterparts as I picked up this Star card. This is extremely positive, beautiful energy. Energy at the bottom of the deck, you guys, 10 of Pentacles. What did we say? Material luxury too, right? So yes, we have a beautiful, happy family, we have loyalty, we have financial stability, and really, you know, living a life that the counterparts can be proud of. So everything is coming into balance. Maybe this masculine had career concerns before, had work concerns before, and something, literally something, just wiped itself out. Now look at this. It came out in a diagonal position. This energy is very quickly becoming unstuck. This stalemate lifted is what I just heard Spirit say. Stalemate has been lifted energetically. So now it's just, literally, I'm feeling next month you're gonna see that in the 3D physical, because the shift happens energetically first. The vibrations align first, and then the 3D physical catches up. And then we have a reunion, we have a celebration, we have reconciliation, the 3 of Cups. I just heard meet me in person. So this Divine Masculine, actually, after reconciling through some form of social media, I'm feeling like is going to ask this feminine to meet in person. And for whatever reason, I'm feeling like it's probably going to be at the feminine's house. Like, he's probably going to ask to come over. Any other messages, Spirit? I'm being called to the Moonology deck for some reason, so let's see what comes through here. What other messages do I need to channel, Spirit, for this reading? You're very close to achieving your goal. And the blue color here for the throat chakra, communication. So this communication is really what you're manifesting right now. So we had a couple manifestation cards come out. We had the Seven of Cups for wish fulfillment manifestation. We had the Magician card come out for active manifestation here. We had Victory come out, and we had wish fulfillment here come out. So all of this is pointing to actual communication, as the Moonology card here just indicated. Energy at the bottom of the deck, surrender to the divine. So don't try to control the timeline. Don't try to control the outcome. Don't try to push forward movement before the time is right. It will happen. It is happening. And it's all about divine timing here. So I'm going to go to the Starseed Oracle to see what guidance I can get. I'll just pull a couple cards here. What guidance as we are waiting for this communication to come through, Spirit? Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So I just heard Spirit say, acknowledge that your counterpart is human. Acknowledge that you both are struggling. Have compassion for one another and just stay grounded. Really staying grounded here is being very heavily highlighted. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time for the blue flame, which is the divine masculine counterpart, you guys. Extreme synchronicity here in every aspect of this reading. So if you are desiring any tool that is going to help you during this rocky process, as we've been seeing even throughout yesterday's reading, that staying grounded is so important, and not letting your anxiousness or your fears take over you, because that's when a lot of people self-sabotage, is when they act out of fear rather than out of faith, trust, and love. If you feel like a tool would be helpful for you, I have created a twin flame manifestation affirmation document. You can order this from me through Instagram. It is a PDF document that is almost like a little booklet, and I will just send it to you via email. You will have it forever. The price is $150, and it's really everything, all the mentoring and coaching tips, and how to how to get the most effectiveness out of these affirmations. There's over 100 affirmations in this document that people have been using for almost a decade now. I used to give this to my live coaching clients, and now I'm making it available this way. I will leave my Instagram handle in the video description box, so you can stop by my profile and check out the highlight titled affirmations, and you can see reviews from my clients there, both my coaching clients and my more recent Instagram clients who found me through YouTube as well. That have been using it, that have seen actual results. Some have actually manifested in the 3D physical what they were going for. Some have really seen positive shifts in aligning their vibration so that they can release the negativity they need to release in order to manifest what they're trying to manifest. So, check that out. And if you're interested, I accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Just direct message me right on Instagram with a screenshot of your proof of payment and the email that you want the document sent to, and I will email it to you. You will definitely get it within the day. If you will usually get it way sooner than that, because I am checking my Instagram all the time. That's where I run my business from. So, I'm pretty much always on it. I am in the Pacific Standard Time Zone. So if you happen to message me when it's the middle of the night for me, don't worry about it. I will see it the first thing when I get up, and I'm usually up by like 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I will definitely get back to you right away as soon as I see your message. I don't leave people hanging. So If that is something that you feel would be helpful for you, I personally do highly recommend it, because I have been using it for over 8 years and my clients have been seeing results. So that would be the place to find it if you would like that document. But this is really what's being highlighted by Spirit here, is to stay grounded so you don't self-sabotage, because that is really easy to do when the anxiety mind takes over, when you're acting more out of fear than out of trust and surrendering to the divine timing of your connection. So I will close out this reading by pulling some love messages from the masculine to the feminine, and then from the feminine to the masculine, using my masculine mind oracle deck, Silence. I'm sorry for my silence. I just needed a break, and now I don't know how to reach out to you again. I'm afraid you won't let me back in. So synchronistic, you guys, extremely synchronistic with everything that we've been speaking on. And this is why he wants to test the waters with, you know, something like a social media request first, before he just full on has an open-hearted conversation here, because he wants to know how he's going to be received. Faith. I have faith and hope in our connection. I know you've been brought into my life for a reason, and it's bigger than both of us. Extremely synchronistic with the Ten of Wands card, and realizing that everything else is a burden to him. That divine feminine, you're the only one he wants to carry on his back. Extreme synchronicity in today's reading. I love it. Sleepless. Anxiety keeps me awake at night. My life has changed since I met you. I'm trying to figure out what all this means. I don't want to lose you. Sleepless nights. We spoke about that in the beginning of the reading when the Four of Swords card came out, you guys. That this is kind of like the hermit mode that he's going into, and shutting out the noise around him. This card here that came out at first, that this is in traditional tarot the rest and rejuvenation card, that, you know, he's really in need of that right now, because he has spent numerous sleepless nights kind of pining over you, divine feminine, and regretting his past actions. So this divine masculine as well, whether you are the feminine or the masculine, both counterparts here are really in need of grounding. So now I'm going to channel some love messages from the feminine to the masculine, and then we'll close out this short and sweet reading here. I hope this energy check-in helps you guys, because I know it's definitely moving through the collective, and it's not a pleasant energy that we're feeling right now. But when you can make sense of it, then it's not as bothersome. You know, when you understand why things are happening, sometimes it's a lot easier to deal with. And that is my goal with these readings. I surge on the uprising wave of love, the number 5 card. This is the one I'm being drawn to here. And if you've been following me, then you know angel number 555 is indicative of huge changes coming your way. If you've been seeing that angel number, then definitely know that big changes for you and your connection are on the horizon. So, number 5 here. I surge on the uprising wave of love. My life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. This is so synchronistic, you guys, because This is exactly everything. I was raw, I was cooked, I was burned, and today we're feeling those emotions all over again. And here the Divine Feminine through this poem is really relating to those lunar energy cycles. And just as we said at the beginning of this reading, that it is, astrologically, the astrological alignment of the planets, I should say, is what's causing us to really feel this way too right now in the collective. So that was a very synchronistic love message of just saying that this is how difficult this journey has been, but we are almost through, because I am surging on the uprising wave of love. Like, this is only making our love stronger. That's all this is doing, is making our love stronger. So hang in there, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I do hope I see you all on Instagram as well. I do run pretty much daily reading and card pull specials there throughout the week, except Sundays are my day off, and I do only like part of the day on Saturday, like a couple hours in the morning. But Monday through Friday, pretty much all day specials are going on my Instagram. So feel free to join me there if you would like to experience a mini reading from me personally. That would be the place to do it. And that is also the place to purchase your twin flame manifestation affirmations. So I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will talk to you all again in the next reading video. Good night, guys.